Hi Aquarius, welcome to July. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. So this month we have a new moon in Cancer on July 9th and a full moon in Aquarius, your sign, on the 23rd. At the beginning of the month, we have Mars opposing Saturn on the 1st and T-squaring Uranus later on the 3rd. So it's going to be a little bit tense in relationships at the beginning of the month, and especially around home and family. But I think things are going to get better by the end of the month. You'll get some clarity, at least, with the full moon. So let's see what the cards say about love and relationships for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know about love and relationships for the month of July 2021? What does Aquarius need to know? What is coming up for Aquarius? In love, July 2021. What does Aquarius need to know? Okay, let's see what we get. The Devil. The King of Cups. The Ten of Swords. The Justice card. The Page of Swords. The Queen of Cups. The Eight of Cups. The Nine of Pentacles. The Wheel of Fortune. The Queen of Pentacles. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Three of Cups. So let's see. So you're starting out with the Devil crossed by the King of Cups. So the Devil, it can represent fear. It can represent a strong attraction. Something that you're consumed by or consumed with. You could be dealing with a water sign, King of Cups. This King of Cups energy, now you also have the Queen of Cups here, so there could be a strong connection with someone. And there's also this Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. I'm getting a sense of there could possibly be a third-party situation for some people. But there's also potential for a soulmate connection. The Devil card sometimes comes up when you're involved in a relationship that can be a little bit toxic. Maybe you're dealing with someone who has a drinking or drug problem. Or you're feeling like addicted to this person. You might be in a relationship where it's hard to break away. That you keep breaking away and then they keep drawing you back in. The Devil sometimes comes up when you have a fear of being overwhelmed by something. So like you may be connecting with someone, or you have been. I feel like you're leaving that energy though, because you have the Ten of Swords in the past. So it could have been that you were involved with, I feel like you're moving away from someone that has had a hold on you. Because I'm seeing this Eight of Cups here. And this relationship, it could have been strong feelings involved, or even strong attraction. And no matter, even though you may feel like, it's like when you really care about someone, they're not good for you, but you can't stop yourself from being in that relationship. They keep drawing you back in. Well, you have the Ten of Swords here, and that's about finally saying, you know what, I can't give this any more energy. So there's something coming to an end this month, probably because you have a lot of focus on, relationships this month. You may be waking up to a certain reality. And maybe in the past you might have felt that you were treated unfairly, because the Justice card is here. There could have been maybe even infidelity in the past. And you walked away, and you're walking away from that. Now, you have to still, the Justice card is also a card of karma. So the Justice can mean, yes, you were treated unfairly, but then in the end, justice prevailed. Things were settled in a fair way. Justice can mean, favorable karma for the things that you did right, or someone else. If you're worried about someone else getting away with something, don't worry about it. Don't worry about doling out karma to people who've hurt you. They're going to get what they deserve. That's the way things work in the universe, because everything you do comes back to you one way or another. So you don't have to worry about whoever, the injustice in the world or the injustice in a relationship. Especially because this Ten of Swords is next to the Three of Cups. There could have been, some kind of infidelity or some kind of third-party love triangle. But that's in the past. And you have the Eight of Cups here. You're walking away. You're leaving something behind that was once fulfilling, but it's no longer fulfilling. And you're moving on to something better. You want something that's more secure, that's bringing you... You want more of a nurturing and a healing relationship. You're tired of not getting what you deserve when it comes to relationships. Now you have the Page of Swords coming up here. That can mean... Page of Swords can be a message coming in. You could be dealing with someone who's a little bit difficult, challenging lover. It can also represent gossip or spying. So it could be that an ex is keeping tabs on you, wanting to know what's going on in your life. Someone might be bad-mouthing you behind your back or gossiping. But it also can mean that you have to have a difficult conversation with someone. So if you haven't left, if you've already left, I feel like things have been settled. You're ready to put the past behind you. And you're ready to move on. And you're moving on towards something, that things are changing in a positive way. But you still, because this Page of Swords energy is about checking into things deeply. Like, don't listen to hearsay. If someone comes to you with some gossip about an ex or stories, go to the source before you react to it, because I feel like sometimes the Page of Swords, it has two meanings. It can mean gossip, and you don't have to, you shouldn't believe what you hear. You have to find out from the person. But it could also mean, like, I have to check this out. I can't just take things at face value. Now you have the King of Cups is crossing all of this. So the King of Cups can be a relationship that brings healing to your life. And because I see the King and the Queen here, I feel like there's a potential things, and the Wheel of Fortune. The potential is once you've released this energy, like, okay, this is over, that's done, it's in the past. I learned my lesson, or I'm moving on. But I feel like you still have some, like you might be checking the new people. Like if someone new comes into your life, you're going to be really looking at them and scrutinizing them. It's like, you don't want to repeat the past. So you're going to be really like, is this person what they say they are? Are they for real? Like if someone seems really good and really nice and things are working, you're going to be really checking into it, because a part of you may not trust it because of what you've been through, because you got out of something with the devil, something that was trying to hold on to you and overwhelm, like it's like you were trapped almost, or chained to someone, but I think you're breaking free. And you're moving on. Now you have the Nine of Pentacles here in your environment. This is a card of financial security. This person has a home and they're secure in their home, but they're starting to feel lonely. So you're probably thinking, I'd like to have someone to share my abundance with, because I feel like abundance is coming in. But I feel also that you also need some healing. But you are going to have this healing. The Hawk is here in the card. So a message is coming. You might get a message from someone that's important, and things that's letting you know that things are changing. So you have the Wheel of Fortune here. So if you've been through a difficult time, the wheel is saying that things are changing. Your fortune is changing. And you have the Queen of Pentacles as an outcome. The Queen represents security and abundance and talent. But she's facing the past. So it could be that you're either connecting with someone from the past, not necessarily the person that you had the difficulty with. It could be someone new that you knew in the past. The Pentacles can be earth signs. The Cups can be water signs. But the energy of the Queen is someone who's very stable, very, financially secure. And this could be you too. It could be that you're looking for security, that you're wanting a relationship that is that's going to be stable, not based on emotion, not based on drama. You don't want to have that heavy energy. And it may be less sexually exciting, but more fulfilling in other ways, where you have someone that's you can depend on and count on, and they're more down to earth. They're not going to bring like crazy drama into your life. So I feel like that's where you're going. You're going into a calmer period. And it comes with the release and realizing that a cycle has ended. The good thing about the Ten of Swords is when you reach the Ten of Swords, and this is in the past, things can't get any worse. So if something ended and something you may have felt betrayed, stabbed in the back, there's a new dawn coming. And things are going to only get better. They can only improve. So the worst is over in a sense with this. There's some healing that still needs to be done. But I think that the King and the Queen, these are people who are now in your life they bring healing. So this is like a soulmate connection. You might be connecting with someone who you can really talk to and who really understands you. And you don't have to, you don't feel, you can just tell them anything. And they're very calm and they're very healing. And you don't feel that tension or that anxiety or that, you feel safe. You're going to be feeling more safe. But, so if you haven't left a toxic relationship, you might be doing it this month. And if you have left, and this may not be for everyone, if you have left a toxic situation, then things are changing and you can move on to something that's more secure and that's going to bring you more abundance, more stability with someone that you could really count on and depend on. So especially because when we start, so let's see what the astrology has to say. So for you, this Mars and Saturn opposition is in your relationship sector. You have Saturn in the first house, Mars in Leo in the 7th house, and Uranus is in your 4th house. Uranus is shaking up your home life. So some of you might move. You might feel like the home is unstable. You might make a sudden decision to move to a new place, or people might be moving in, people might be moving out, or you might be just feeling that maybe the home has become a burden to you. You want to sell it. You just want freedom. And with Mars opposing Saturn, you feel blocked. And I think, and the devil also represents fear. Sometimes Saturn is blocking your action because of fear. So you're taking a very, like when Saturn's in your first house, you have a very serious attitude. And Mars in the 7th is shaking up your relationship. It's causing you to take action. And so if there are problems, Mars, there might be more fighting because it's showing you where the problems are, where you need to stand up for yourself and not let fear stop you from taking action. And with this T-square in Uranus, you may just, reach a point where you've had enough. Like, that's it, I'm done. I'm out of here. Because that's the kind of energy that Uranus brings. Mars square Uranus can bring like hasty energy. Because you have this, especially Mars square Saturn, you feel like you need to be free of something. Like your life just feels there's too many obligations. There's too many things. I can't do what I want to do because I have this and I have that. And you have this need to break free. And you're doing it through your relationship sector and through your home. So there could be some tension with family, people you share your home with. Now, after this T-square energy where you have to overcome your fear and take action and communicate what you need. Don't do anything reckless with the Uranus energy, because Uranus sometimes, you could get angry, you could have a fight, and then you just say, I'm out of here, and you do something reckless without thinking. That's when we make mistakes. if you're angry about something, if you're frustrated about something, take your time and think about it, and don't communicate when you're angry. Take a few deep breaths, wait till the anger subsides or the frustration subsides, and then think of a plan. Think of a strategic plan. How am I going to solve this problem? How am I going to get out of this situation? And then you'll at least, you're not reacting. You're taking action, but you're not reacting based on an emotional situation. Now, the new moon in Cancer is happening in your 6th house. And it is trining Neptune in your 2nd house and sextiling Uranus in the 4th. So the 6th house is the house of work, your work environment. You have a chance for a new beginning around the work that you do, working with colleagues. You may have a lot of friends around you at work that are supportive of you, because Cancer is like a healing energy. It's a nurturing energy. It's also the house of health. So if you've been working too much or taking care of everybody and not taking care of your health, now it's time to start a new health regimen and give yourself time to heal. Surround yourself with people that are there for you, that are supportive. And the Three of Cups can also be that too. The Three of Cups can represent friends that are there to support you, that are cheering you on. And sometimes it can represent parties and celebration. So if you've come out of a difficult situation, you're going to feel like celebrating at this new moon. Venus and Mars are coming together in Leo in your 7th house. So there could be a new romance on the horizon. You're going to feel like once you get past this energy, this toxic energy, you're going to be like, okay, what's next? You're going to feel like being in a relationship. And so if you're not in one, so for some of you, because this is a general reading, some of you who are having difficulties in a partnership will probably break free and move on. Some of you who are not in a relationship but have memories of someone from the past may feel like making a new start and thinking like, I really want love in my life, because this 9 of Pentacles energy, she's got financial security, but she's feeling lonely. So you might feel like, what good is having all these things that I've worked so hard for if I have no one to share it with? So you might be looking to have someone to share your life with. And you can. This is going to be happening. There could also be new beginnings at work. And new beginnings, like the 6th house is also the house of sacrifice. So if you've been giving too much to others and not giving enough to yourself, this can represent a new cycle where you start to think about, what do I need? And, I need to make some time for me, and setting some boundaries. Neptune's in the 2nd. This new beginning is good for, financial situation. So there could be some creative project that you're working on that you really love, like doing something you really love. That's going to bring in some money. Could be love or spirituality. You have the North Node in the 5th house. So the 5th house has to do with children, creative projects. You might be doing something that involves creative writing, communication. And it's going to bring joy to your life. It's going to bring fun back. So then we have, and you have Chiron, the wounded healer, going retrograde in your 3rd house. So there are some wounds that you need to resolve around. Could be your communicate, like you have to, like the 3rd house has to do with siblings, like your immediate family, like aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins. So maybe there's something that you need to talk about and bring healing to a situation. Maybe reconnecting with people if you've done something, or if there's been a falling out. Communication will help to bring that healing. Maybe you need to just speak up. Maybe you've been keeping things to yourself and you haven't really communicated your feelings. So this is a good time to do that, to think about what do I need to communicate. The full moon in Aquarius, again, it's happening in your 1st and 7th house. So the moon's in the 1st house, the 7th house is, the sun is in the 7th. When the moon's in your 1st house, it's a very emotional time. So you may feel like, and the full moon usually, it's something is completing. Something's coming to an end, or you're waking up to something. You might be realizing, something is over, some of you, and it might be emotional. But at the same time, I feel like it's like bittersweet. You may be like feeling nostalgic about the past and realizing, okay, that cycle's over, but you're excited about the new beginning. But you're seeing the truth. The moon is in conjunct Venus in the 8th house, so there's some issue around money, or Venus in the 8th can bring inheritance, can bring money, but I feel like it can also, and it can bring a chance for intimacy, but I think you may be a little bit wary of opening up, and because of what you've gone through. And Jupiter is in the 2nd house. Jupiter brings abundance when it's in the 2nd house. It brings money in. So your finances are going to improve. You may have to worry, like if you meet someone new, and you're all excited about this new beginning, this new relationship, just be careful you don't overdo it. That you don't, because you might be spending a lot of money in a new situation, and then later on you go, well, maybe I shouldn't have spent all that, because don't blow all your money because you just got into a new relationship and you're throwing caution to the wind. So be careful about that, about overdoing it. When Venus opposes Jupiter, there's a chance of excess. Doing things in excess, overdoing it, overcommitting. Now, Mercury's in the 6th house and it's opposing Pluto in the 12th. So there could be, you're going to have a difficult conversation with someone. It could be about a health issue. It could be about a psychological issue. Maybe you need to go talk to a counselor about something that you've been keeping hidden. Maybe hidden anger. Because Pluto in the 12th can be repressed rage. You've been angry and you're not really, and you haven't been talking about it. And it's eating at you. The devil, it's like eating at you. And, you're like, it's like swallowing acid. When you have anger in your heart, it's like acid. It just eats at you. And you need to release that. You need to communicate and get it out. Come to terms with your anger. Come to terms with anything that you swept under the rug that's in the past. You need to just release that baggage. Then you have Saturn. So you have Saturn in the 1st. And it's sextile Chiron, who's retrograding in the 3rd. So I think communicating with the people in your environment, your family, your close friends, it's going to do a lot to heal, to bring healing to your life. So you're going to be resolving a lot of things around relationships this month. In some cases, you might put an end to a toxic relationship. In other cases, you might have a new healing beginning. A new beginning with someone that brings healing into your life. That's nurturing to you. It could be like a mother figure. Or even if it's a male, it could be someone who's really there for you, who loves you. So you're getting away from, don't focus on the past. You're getting away from any kind of negative energy, and you're moving on to something better. So embrace that. Embrace the new. And embrace, and let someone love you. Don't push love away because you've been hurt in the past. Learn how to receive. Be open to receiving love and healing and nurturing from someone who cares very much. Because this king, even the queen, they're both very compassionate. They just want to love. They're just filled with love and emotion. So for some of you, a relationship, you may just realize that you love someone and that you want to be with them and you want them in your life. So don't be afraid to communicate that if that's the case. So I feel like communication is going to be healing. Releasing the past and moving on to something new will be a good thing. Letting go of anything that's toxic, that's trying to hold on to you. And embrace your abundance. You'll have someone to share it with. You will. Things are changing. So I hope you enjoyed this reading, Aquarius. If you did, click on the like button, click on the subscribe button, or leave a comment down in the comment box. Let me know. In the meantime, if you'd like a private reading, just click on the link in the description box. It'll take you to my website, and we can schedule a reading. Otherwise, I want to say thank you for supporting this channel, and thank you for everyone who has been liking, subscribing, ordering readings. It's been a big help, and I really appreciate your support. So I hope you have a wonderful July, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.